Hi everyone, this is Kim from Paranormally Yours, and today's book review is on Hailstorm by Raylena Skye. This is book one of the Lost in Urda series, which is a spin-off from her her other series, Jocelyn Frost, In Between Work and Play. And I read that one as well. The book is based on Greek mythology and other mythical creatures as well. And so in this particular book we have demigods and goddesses and vampires and whippoorwillies, and they're not really called whippoorwillies, but I don't know how to pronounce what the hell they're called, so that's what I'm calling them, whippoorwillies. And half snake, half woman things, and talking telepathic dogs, and it's pretty awesome. So the story starts out with a woman who wakes up in a strange place and she discovers that she's been kidnapped. Her name is Clementine and she's from Earth. She's a human. And she discovers that she was, oh my God, what is with the phone going off and off and off? Okay. She was kidnapped by some people. She still doesn't quite know who she was kidnapped by. But she was kidnapped to be sold as a blood whore for vampires. So, she wakes up early, but she pretends that she's still sleeping so they don't know she's awake. And, so she overhears their conversation about, selling her and some other people that are in the room as well. So when they move her to start transporting her and some other people to the buyer, she is able to escape, and she takes the girl that's in the train car with her, and her name is Shayla. So Shayla and Clementine jump off the train, take off in the woods. They have no idea where they are, and they just know that they need to get the hell out of there. So, so during their trek through the woods, they come across two twins, demigods, and their names are Paxton and Everett. And Paxton and Everett are pretty hot. So you can imagine where this story is going. And so on their trek, Paxton and Everett are out there on a quest to find their father's sword. And but they stop and decide to help these two clueless humans that are lost and have hunters looking for them. So it was a really good story. I really liked it. There were some things that came about that, I don't know, if you think really hard about it, you would have guessed it, but, I don't usually think really hard when I'm reading books. I'm just reading them for entertainment. I'm not sitting there trying to figure out the plot or, who did it or what's going to happen. I'm just like, la-di-da-di-da, and then boom, oh, woo, wow. It makes books more interesting like that. It's kind of short, I think, compared to her last book, but it wasn't really super short. I mean, it was more than 100 pages. So, I really like Clementine's character because she wasn't whiny, because figuring, you wake up and you've been kidnapped and you're like on the run. She could have been a whole lot whinier than she was. She was pretty calm and rational about things when you think about it. And so was Shayla. And there was one weird thing throughout the whole story, which I don't know if it's going to come, if anything's going to come about it, but during the whole trek, Clementine didn't have an appetite. She was never hungry. But she kept eating whenever the opportunity arose, but it was weird. It was always mentioned every time too. but it was never explained and nothing ever came about it in this book. I know it's going to be a series, so maybe there's more to it, you know, that we'll pick up down the line. The other thing was that at the very end of the book, you kind of got left hanging because it wasn't a cliffhanger, but the story isn't finished. Like, okay, she gets to where, I don't want to give spoilers away, but it's unfinished. I wasn't quite expecting it to end like that, but it's not bad, and it's not a cliffhanger, so get over yourself and read it anyway. Paxton and Everett were pretty cool, considering their sexual attraction and their allure and their kind of whatever genetic issue they have, being sexual beings. I mean, it was referenced in there a few times, and so considering the potential like lusty rapiness they could have been, they weren't. They were very gentlemanlike. They kept their space from them unless they were given the okay by them. They were night and day from each other, even though they were twins. Everett was more warrior, battlefield ready, and Paxton was more rational thinker, protector kind of dude. So the two were a good balance of each other, you know, like for twins to be working together and with the two girls. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I like the way it worked out. It was pretty funny. I mean, there is a lot of humor in it, especially when Clementine discovers she can speak to dogs telepathically. The dogs, Frecky and Jerry, they're freaking hilarious. There's a lot of humor throughout the whole book, even though there's a lot of danger and sex and whatnot in the book too. So put it all together, and it was very nicely put together. I gave it 4 fangs, and I look forward to reading the rest of the series as soon as she finishes writing them. So hurry up and write. Oh, and I also want to finish reading the Jocelyn Frost series. I don't think she's come out with the second book for that so far, so I have to check on that. But I really loved the first one. And I think I gave that one 4 fangs as well. So we'll see. And so lots of sex in it, and humor, and danger, and adventure, and excitement. So all around awesome book. Raylene Skye is the shit. So visit her on her Facebook page and give her a like. Take a look at her books. They're awesome. And tell her that Paranormally Yours sent her. Sent you. Sent me. Wait. Yes. Tell her I sent you. Okay, bye.